Hello, this is Victor at StoryMercedes.com. Yeah, that's me right there in the shadow. I know, that's the only way I can make the video. Okay, so what have we here? Today I'm working on something that some people might have issues with. And first of all, let me just start with from here. I had to remove two seats, center console. Now let me explain the situation. Now this car had problems with mirrors. The mirrors were shorted out, right? Now this is a 95 model, but it had mirrors from a 96. This is a European version vehicle, and the mirrors were actually horrible. Let me see. I think I have old ones laying in the trunk here. Yeah, the car is very dirty. I'm getting close to it. Well, I don't know if they show, but there were many problems with wires on here. Something like this, you see. That is the common thing on these 90s Mercedes, all right? That's not me, it's just the way they are. So these are the wires inside these mirrors. Another one I can't see. Actually, this one seems to be in much better shape. Yeah, these seem to be good on this side, but nonetheless, the passenger mirror is the one that was completely shorted and messed up. Okay, now the problem started, I guess, a while back, and I fixed the mirrors. Basically, we retrofitted original 95 mirrors. These are the ones in the early 95s, 94, 93, 92, 140 chassis. These are much better mirrors, much stronger. So we put these mirrors in. All right, 95 car is fine. Had to be repinned, had to be reworked, but nonetheless, that happened. I did it. So both mirrors are an older style, and because of the shorts, control module failed, and some wires shorted, not inside the mirrors but also here. Ta-da! That is under the seat. Burnt up wires. Absolute mess. Look at this. Absolute disaster here. And they keep going. This one is broken right there. Here's another piece that was just laying there just because it could. And basically at this point I localized the problem, and the problem starts from here and goes all the way across the car on the other side, that way, to the left, and in that area. So wires themselves is not a problem to replace. The only problem here is that when these wires started shorting, they started to heat up like crazy, and at this point they started to fuse and melt together with other wires next to them. And when you try to separate one from another, you can actually damage the insulation on the good wire, because it's fused with the damaged cable, the one overheated. So what am I doing here? For example, on this part right here, right? So this one, that's the outer insulation, but still I would basically liquid tape this over, and that's what I've been doing for now. I'm just pulling the wires out and I'm putting some liquid tape over these wires, so we have whatever cut insulation, liquid tape takes care of it. So, and then at the end, this is still drying up, and at the end, say this one right here, right, that's the wire, as you can see it. That's the heated wire, and then there's another one right next to it. Basically, one is positive, one is negative. All right, one is ground. This is pure ground. Why the ground would run all the way from the corner? There is a junction, the ground post over there, all across, all the way across, and ends up somewhere here. It keeps going. I don't understand it. There's so many grounds in this car. For example, right here, why would you have to make such a long run? Well, I guess, I don't know, engineering. So obviously I'm not gonna run it all the way on the other side. I'm gonna get the ground right from this post right here, because much shorter run versus me running it all around to the back. I mean, you're just gonna cut it over there and just gonna attach the wire here. Now The positive starts from here. I already cut it, right? And that's this positive cable right over here. Okay, it's just disastrous. Boy, oh boy. Now, the ground that's in question. It's one of these. I'm still working on it. It's just like kind of in the middle of the job here. Let's see. We have fusion over here. I see what happened here. I understand. Well, actually, no, this isn't the ground. This is something else. Well, anyway, to my luck, the damage, like I said, starts from this area over. So I do not have to disassemble the dashboard because the damages start from here. So I need my positive from here. I have to rerun this one all the way to the other side and to one of the connectors on the kick panel, on behind the kick panel. That I will do. And the ground, obviously, like I said, I will take it right from here. See, there's another wire that's shorted with the ground. See, they fused together here somewhere, and it's just started burning and burning and burning, burning and burning, and yeah, this is terrible. Well, nonetheless, it is what it is. I will have to get a couple of wires replaced. Put the liquid tape over the other damaged areas. I'm not gonna cut them and solder them. I'm just gonna plastic, you know, tape them over. The only problem I have is this area right here. This goes over the secondary. This is V12 S600. So this car has two HVAC systems, front and back. So I'm not taking HVAC apart. I'm gonna just try to do my best, pulling wire in and out, just to see if I can get to see any damages in this area, because that I cannot see. These are all I can separate and see what are the damages, not that one. And also, on top of all that, because wires were heating up, it damaged door locking system right here. This one is actually leaking pretty badly. Right here is a plain hole, actually. See where wire basically melted through a hose right there. There was also damage here. That one I found relatively fast. Well, if you call it fast, but I guess I did it. I fixed this area, but then there are more. So I have to double check if there are any kind of possible other damages to these pipes. Okay, basically that's about it. I have to continue working, but my point here is that shorted mirrors, this could be the damage. My thinking is that this circuit, I don't know what it does, this circuit particular circuit, like the positive, negative, whatever. My thinking is that is the mirror heater, the heater for the mirror, because these are heated mirrors. Start the car, mirrors heated, it's just always heated. So well, I guess, I mean, if the temperature is hot, they're not, but nonetheless, I think that's the mirror heater itself, because that wire has to be under current for a long time to melt like this. If you would move the mirror up and down, left and right, that nothing would have happened. But if it's a heater circuit, that stays on. And obviously high impedance on the circuit, so the wire will just keep heating up. Instead of heating the mirror, it will heat itself up. And that could be the problem, and exactly here is the problem. I mean, this happened. Really, it did happen. It does happen. You know, like Forrest Gump movie. It happens. So it happened here, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of a pain to get all of this stuff taken out. The seats are heavy, and bunch of plastic trims, this, that. It's just, there's a lot of things to do, but luckily for me, I can bend carpets backwards. I don't want to take the whole carpet out. I just bend it back. I'm gonna flip it backwards and then secure it later. Center console, yeah, well, it is what it is. I had to remove it because there are covers here, don't forget. These are not just like that, laying like this. They're covered up with plastic trims. These are the trims. Somewhere they're laying around. I don't know where they are. Well, anyway, there's one of them right here, right? So they're covered, something like this. Okay, see, it melted through, it melted a hole through the cover. Look at this. That's all wiring damages. It's a melt spot. So I think somebody who drove this car, they started to smell it back then, whenever this happened, and I guess they started to get scared, and that was the end of it. Now I got this car here, and I'm gonna take care of it correctly, and now it's gonna be all good to go. Yeah, there's another big cover here, there's another cover there, and then this the cover for the the feet, the heater for the feet goes over. So, well, it is what it is. Over there you got some HVAC line. All right, so this is just the idea. All right, so long video again. Victor here, restoreyourmercedes.com, and thank you for watching.